Oh, I didn't realize King of the Sea was happening. Stupid warships tournaments. Oh, I didn't realize King of the Sea was happening.
Wow, when Miles plays red-white into red-white, the other guy's deck is better.
Bobby subs for Frank's is up.
Thanks for telling me, Sandy. No, it's actually not, because it comes out right now at noon. But Sandy's not watching it, so I don't know why he's even.
No, I'm in Discord right now and someone mentioned it, so I decided to mention. I'm gonna go get lunch. How about instead you do that, but then you mash them, add some mayo and some mustard, and make yourself a nice egg salad. Egg salad is pretty much god. I forget what the technique was. Is that you mash the whites and the yolks separately. That's the secret special technique. Let me go look it up again. Egg salad.
I like how Miles paid 1 white mana for no reason. And lost a life because of it. Nice job, the Chef at Dunes, my man.
The Chef at Dunes.
I wouldn't even give it the triple blocks. Because next turn, the Honored Craft Captain swing. Oh yeah, I guess you can jump it. Oh, you're gonna kill it. Oh yeah, I guess he blocks next turn too, doesn't he? Yeah, but you lose 3 power though on next. Honestly, it's not worth. Yeah, you lose 6, and then you draw the cast out. Yeah, but you can cast out and get the double.
Swear to fuck, if I look at my phone and the battery hasn't charged, I'll be. Thank goodness. Half the time I plug in my phone to charge and then I check it later and it's 0. The connector's all finicky.
Oh, I've never seen a better rip in my life actually. Other than Top Deck Aetherlink. Let's not forget about Top Deck Aetherlink.
Weather. 56 degrees. Is that cold?
Would you Top Deck an Aetherlink? Be honest.
Aetherlink. I would top deck it just so I could pitch it to Force of Will. It's the only use it has. Shit card. Is another Force of Will? Gush. Time walk. Take a time walk. Take an ancestral recall. Let me just post the best Magic card ever.
I thought you were about to say, let me just post the best girl ever.
Right there. She is the best girl. Wait, let me post the second best girl.
We do when your opponent plays red, has a lightning strike on their mountain, basically, and then doesn't do anything.
Let me post the second best
Ooh,
girl.
a first strike 2/1. That's your absolute.
Look, there's the second best girl.
Oh, because you're asking, you can just sacrifice Fire Brand. Whoops.
Look at that. Look at that
Honestly, you shouldn't have
quality.
even done that. You should have just slammed
Exactly.
on crop cache or exerted it. I guess if you don't exert it, you. Wow, you could do that for 2 turns. Yeah, you could then cast. You could actually on crop cacher and then next turn cast out. It was. Ooh, nice. He played a land, then Miles lost a life. Huh? I would have played the Glory Band this shit too.
Here's another great card. Post nothing but Kino right now.
What, see if 3 bolts in hand?
You know what's better than Sulfuric Vortex?
What?
2
What
Sulfuric
What do you
Vortex.
do when you draw a seal?
Take 4 every fucking opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you just kill their Striker camera if you want to. How do you win?
Lunch.
How do you win? How do you win when you have less life? Ooh, draw a Bloodlust Insider. Is that the answer? You go to combat and then he casts something at you? But you have a Hasty Raptor though. Hasty. Hasty. Raptor.
Upcoming Sunday. Watch as your favorite local game store turns into a battleground with Rogue Tech Builder. Watch in horror as Brewmaster Kevin and his crew brings you to the edge of your seat with Market Mondays. Pack openings, commander spotlights, deck techs, MTG Arena gameplay, endless ramblings, and speculation. Children's tickets are just $400, so make sure to bring the whole family for a night of carnage.
Why can't the people in the hospital wear their own pajamas? Why do all the patients have to dress alike? Are they a team? I don't think so. Pajamas and TV. That's how you get over any illness. This system has been working for you your entire life, and then when you're in the hospital and you really want to get better, you have no pajamas, the TV's on the ceiling, and the hospital wonders why half the people don't make it.
Jerry, you ever seen the movie The Other Side of Darkness?
No.
It's about this woman in a coma. Well, I couldn't finish watching it, so I want you to read this.
I, Cosmo Kramer, having just seen the movie The Other Side of Darkness, and not wanting to be in a coma like that lady in the movie, hereby want Jerry Seinfeld to remove my life support, feeding machine, lung blower, etc., etc., etc.
Can you do that for me, buddy?
Well, I don't know if what you have here constitutes a legally binding document.
Well, I'm gonna type it up.
Yes, well, of course, but even so, you may want to talk to a lawyer.
Well, Jackie Childs, he put a restraining order on me. I'm not allowed within 200 feet of his office. I couldn't even give him his Christmas present. Did you take this out of the garbage?
Yeah, it's still got some spring in the strings.
Jerry, this is a piece of junk. How are you gonna be the executor of my living will? You see, you can't let go.
Trust me, Kramer, given the legal opportunity, I will kill you.
I wish I could believe you. Hey, Elaine, do you have some free time tomorrow afternoon?
Me?
Yeah, because you're perfect. You're a calculating, cold-hearted businesswoman. And when there's dirty work to be done, you don't mind stomping on a few throats.
Oh, come on.
Situation number 4. You're breathing on your own, you're conscious, but with no muscular function.
Well, would I be able to communicate?
I don't see how.
I don't like the sound of this one.
Yeah, let's pull the cord.
Yank it like you're starting a mower.
Moving on. You have liver, kidneys, and gallbladder, but no central nervous system.
Well, I gotta have a central nervous system.
Okay. 1 lung, blind, and you're eating through a tube.
No, that's not my style.
Boring.
All right. You can eat, but machines do everything else.
I'd stick.
Yeah, stick. Because I could still go to the coffee shop.
That's right.
Oh, Jerry, listen. You know, I saw the rest of that movie, The Other Side of Darkness. The coma lady wakes up at the end.
Oh, I wanted to see that. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
I didn't know it was possible to come out of a coma.
I didn't know it was possible not to know that.
How was Eric Roberts as the husband?
Oh, unforgettable. All right, I gotta find Elaine. You know, she's gonna pull my plug.
Hi. How's he doing?
He's been sleeping a lot. He's still groggy.
Well, I thought a movie might cheer him up. I got him a jean pick.
What happened to Vincent?
I'm kind of off of him. Outlet. Ah.
Jeez. What are you choosing attackers? What about C, not readability?
Why can't
Jerry, you ever seen the movie?
Nice. Only 6 mana mods. You know, you can cast 2 spells a turn with that mana.
Look at this. They're redoing the Cloud Club.
Oh, that restaurant on top of the Chrysler Building? That's a good idea.
Of course it's a good idea. It's my idea. I conceived this whole project 2 years ago.
Which part? The renovating the restaurant you don't own part, or spending the $200 million you don't have part?
See, I come up with these things. I know they're gold, but nothing happens. You know why?
No resources, no skill, no talent, no ability, no brains,
No time. It's all these menial tasks. Laundry, grocery shopping, coming in here and talking to you. Do you have any idea how much time I waste in this apartment?
I could ballpark it.
Hello! Here we go. Now she comes in. My whole day is shot. So that's the bedroom. Here's the bathroom. You need to familiarize yourself with the kitchen. Yeah, go ahead and look through some of the drawers.
Doesn't matter when you're flooded like this, though.
And you are?
Oh, hey, I'm
Yeah, exactly.
I'm new here.
But you had 28 life. How have you lost? You just lightning stricken.
Why don't you go across the hall and get started on that mail?
Right.
Okay, good. He's a go-getter.
Who's he?
My intern from NYU. You remember my corporation? Kramerica Industries?
All right.
Yeah, well, apparently NYU is very enthusiastic about their students getting some real-world corporate experience.
But you only provide fantasy world corporate experience.
Well, this will really free up my time so I can focus on more important things like my bladder system.
All right, it's time to go.
No, Jerry, it's not for people, it's for oil tankers.
I know.
See, the idea is a rubber bladder inside the tanker, so if it crashes, the oil won't spill out.
Actually, that is not a bad idea. Now it's time to go.
Hey,
Trouble down at the plant?
it's a drum of oil. Darren and I are finally going to test my bladder system.
You have to drink that whole thing?
No. It's for oil tankers. All I need to do is fill some sort of rubber container with oil and then drop it to see whether or not it can withstand the impact.
I understand.
Would a giant rubber ball work?
Conceivably.
Well, Play Now has all kinds of different rubber balls. Why don't we test your bladder system at my office?
You're not.
Oh, yes, I am. Mr. Tomasulo likes to play dirty. Well, there's nothing dirtier than a giant ball of oil.
Hey.
Jerry, did you bring the video camera?
Yeah. I put a 6-hour tape in. That should cover the experiment, the arrest, and most of your trial.
You know, Darren, if you had told me 25 years ago that someday I'd be standing here about to solve the world's energy problems, I would have said you're crazy. Now let's push this giant ball of oil out the window.
Oh, look at your board. Realistic.
Check out my view.
Wow.
Realize that your land flooded.
Hey, there's Claire. I bet
Then
she's
just
down.
exert everything.
Hey, it's Kramer and Darren.
Hey, there's the giant ball of oil. Claire's right underneath that thing. Claire! Hello! Hello! Hello!
I don't believe this. I'm not looking up if you're going to do that voice.
Bombs away.
This is going to be a shame.
Hello.
Well, that didn't work. Hey, how about this? Ketchup and mustard in the same bottle.
Oh, that sounds interesting, sir.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a 33 Phoenix for free, 6.5, and a 4.4. And you
know, I
have
reviewed so many
a
products for
nothing.
Magic the Gathering that I like to say, if it's for sale
You traded the
in your local
4.4.
game store,
33's
not
gonna
what we
live, and the
reviewed.
6.5 is gonna
But
live, and then you're swinging
what
in for
about
2 in his
when it's
face,
not at your
and
local
therefore you're
game
gonna
store?
lose.
What if it's at your local office supply store or electronic commerce and cloud computing company?
But you
Presented
could
here
win.
are everyday products easily and extremely affordably found at these types of stores that actually make for amazing game supplies for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and other standard-sized TCGs. Oftentimes, people say to me, Professor, why use sleeves at all? Why use deck boxes? Let's save a lot of money and just carry our cards around in plastic bags. Now, I think usually when someone says this, they are speaking in jest, and hey, I can laugh at a good joke like anyone else. Ha 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 ha. But in reality, a plastic bag is not sufficient protection for your cards. After all, during gameplay without sleeves, they're still going to become damaged during shuffling, and while it might protect against water and spills, a plastic bag is not going to afford you any real protection from bending and other damage during transport. However, the products that I'm going to show you in this video are no laughing matter. Each of them an excellent product that serves as a fantastic TCG accessory. These aren't just budget buys, although the prices are indeed on the affordable end of the spectrum. But these
Dude, Ravenap
products are
Ruins,
high
can you end with
quality and
that?
extremely high function. Do not view them as budget alternatives, and certainly do not view them as a plastic bag. This is some serious
That's why you hold it in your
business.
hand, right?
Let's begin with the Stanley 10-compartment toolbox organizer. Typically found at Home Depot or other home improvement retailers, this organizer might as
Yeah,
well
if you
be
draw it on the desert,
designed
though, you
with
have
the
2
Magic
outs.
player in mind, because each of its 12 compartments holds just
Holy
over
cow, he
100
just drew 4
plus
cards.
double-sleeved
Wowza.
Magic the Gathering cards. That wasn't an error on my part just now, by the way. Although named and labeled and listed as a 10-compartment toolbox, it actually has 12 compartments. Hey, count for yourself. And each, I repeat, each holds roughly the equivalent of an Ultra Pro satin tower, 100 plus double-sleeved cards. So you can have up to 1 double-sleeved commander deck plus a little room for tokens in each of these 12 compartments. You need to be sure to always place your cards in sideways, or else the lid will not properly close. When the lid does close, each individual compartment is locked in place with grooves, both along the base and from the lid. And you do not even need all 12 compartments present for secure transport. The compartments are a perfect rectangle, meaning there's no bending of your cards, no angles that cards can catch in. You can put a standard deck plus sideboard in here. You can have 1 compartment just for tokens. I mean, this holds up to 1,200 cards total, so you might even choose to have this for your cube. You can even use 1 compartment for more dice encounters than you'll likely ever need.
You have no
Meanwhile, the
maximum head
exterior is
size,
tough
Miles.
as nails,
So
or at least
close.
tough
Yet
because
taking
this was
13
made to
damage
carry
next.
around nails and screws and other building supplies, so it'll work great for our cardboard. The polycarbonate
Why'd you
cover
sacrifice
is
the armor?
high
Oh, I guess you have
impact,
to do it
break
because you have to tap
resistant,
one.
with super
You need to do it.
secure and strong latches. Nice big handle for easy transport. The base itself is
there
a
if you
super
need?
strong material made for hauling heavy tools. Great grip on the base and all around solid construction. Best of all, the price on this is $17.95. So you've just brought your 12 commander decks or what have you down to a GP or your local game store. You sit down to get a couple games and suddenly, you have to move tables. Do you need to put everything back in this toolbox in order to safely transport it? Amazingly, no you don't, because as I mentioned, these trays actually latch in to the base and the lid. And I'm going to demonstrate this by just putting 1 tray in. Check this out.
held in place. Now, there are no other trays in here right now, and if I were to shake this, it's not like a magnetic lock. It's just a little groove that is holding it in, both on the top and the bottom, and it can take, look, I'm walking down the GP hall, If I really shake it hard, I am going to make it displace from that spot and slide down, but normally you're not going to be walking around with just one of these in here. Maybe you've taken two out and you want to just really quickly shut this, pick up and go to another table, have the other two
Let's
out
get
in
yours
front
now.
of you, or maybe you're just going to pick up your play mats. You know how it is. And so what I'm trying to demonstrate is that this is great for moving short distances. Here, I'll make it. There we go. Got it down there. Not going to say that you should pop this into your trunk with just two trays in the base, but nonetheless, it's a great feature that these do latch into place mostly securely and allow you a short distance of travel. I mean, my goodness, I know people have overwhelmingly told me cost should not be a factor, only overall quality, but $17.95 for this? What a deal. And in terms of that overall quality, it's an excellent, solid, enthusiastic A. Carry a dozen Commander decks with you. Great transport for your stuff to a GP or your local game store, whatever. Now, your local building supply store might not carry the Stanley, and maybe you can't ship it out to where you live. So you go down looking for something similar that's reasonable. Pay very careful attention to the compartments themselves. Let me show you the problem that this DeWitt tool kit has so that you know what to avoid. Do not buy the DeWitt or tool kits like it. The compartments are hexagonal, and decks placed within are going to subtly bend the cards to that angled edge. This particular compartment is also very tight. The most it will fit is only a 75 card deck, and even then you have to kind of jam them in and the cards will get damaged. So I suggest, if toolkit shopping for something other than the Stanley, you take some sleeved tokens to test out compartments before you buy. Next up, if you use binder sheets, then you use 3-ring binders. One of the things I have always been against are the 3-ring binders that you often find at game stores. Made by companies that might know deck boxes and card sleeves, but a 3-ring binder is another animal entirely. Since the early days of my channel, I have advocated just going to your local office supply store, something like Office Depot or Staples, to buy a professionally made 3-ring binder. But which brand is the question I keep being asked? Well, here's one that I recommend strongly. The binder I am showing you is one of the best I've found. It's the Cardinal Extra Life 3-ring binder. Designed for real estate agents and contractors, the covers are manufactured to withstand cold temperatures and are guaranteed strong. In fact, Extra Life binders have a 3-year cover guarantee against cracking, and the covers are guaranteed not to split or tear for 3 years. And for me, that is the quality that you're looking for in a 3-ring binder. After all, a 3-ring binder is a 3-ring binder. There's not much to it. You want 3 rings, you want it to be a D-ring, and beyond that, what is there to inspect? What is there to look for? What do you do if your office supply store doesn't have this particular brand? You look for that warranty. You look for that guarantee, because that is your assurance that you're not going to end up with a torn cover in a month or two. Boy, isn't that the worst when the cover just tears right off? Well, if that were to happen here, I know that I've got some reasonable protection. And just seeing that on the folder lets me know that I've got a good shot at this lasting 3 years, which, by the way, this particular one has done, and it's in great shape still. My other favorite brand I have showcased before, the Case-It Z Storage Binder. Having already reviewed these, I won't repeat all my points in detail. If you want, you can go watch the original video here. But the Case-It is durable, holds an astonishingly large amount of binder sheets, and can be zippered up and easily transported thanks to a handle and a very durable exterior. In fact, I still have the original cassettes from that review. This is what I used in that review from 2014. Here they are. I have been using them the entire time. I take these with me to events. I carry them by the handle, and look, that handle is gonna be on there forever. It's in great shape. Ooh, heavy. Got a lot of cards in here. They hold so much. 2014, and it might as well be coming fresh off the shelf. Best 20 bucks I ever spent. The Cassette Z is an average of $20, and the Cardinal 3D ring is $8.99 for a 1-inch or $14.99 for the 3-inch that I showed off here. And it's exactly the sort of everyday item you should be looking for when shopping for 3-ring binders. Moving from storage to transport, we have the Amazon Basics camera bag. Designed to not only transport but also protect delicate camera lenses, the Amazon Basics camera bag works fabulously with deck boxes. The Velcro compartments and straps are all 100% adjustable, so whether you use a satin tower or a dual flip-in tray, you can configure your interior to meet your needs. If you see me struggling a bit with some of the Velcro dividers here, that's a good sign, because it helps demonstrate that they latch on securely and can support the weight of your deck boxes. This was designed for those expensive camera lenses, after all, and those things are both heavy and fragile. Now, a lot of
You have 4, he has 11, he's got 3 cards in 4 land, you've got 2 cards in 4 land, but 3 cards in hand, one of them's Hazaret, so you can't use it.
Which are great. Here's why the Amazon Basics is my favorite out of all of them, and no, it's not just its price, which is really nice at $29.99, but rather the fact that